By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is full of strength, and a man of knowledge enhances his might. For by wise guidance you can wage your war, and in abundance of counselors there is victory. Wisdom is too high for a fool. In the gate he does not open his mouth. Good words to live by. That comes from Proverbs chapter 24, verse 3 through 7. I read a proverb for every day of the month. Because there's 31 days in a month. And how many proverbs? There are. Exactly. I'm going to go to the last one. Oops. Just to show you. So I'm not lying. Proverbs 31. 31 Proverbs, 31 days. I don't think that's a coincidence. It's wisdom. Worldly wisdom. There's godly wisdom or spiritual wisdom. Smoking my Svenborg today, and I'm trying out the order I got in from the Pipe Nook. Thank you, Eddie Gray. C&D, Cornell and Gill. Americana. You know what? First impressions are I like it. So wisdom, yeah. Wisdom. We hope as we get older that we get wiser. You know, there's a saying, history, unless we remember our history, we're doomed to repeat it. The same goes for our lives. You know, as we are growing, we're learning. From the time we come from out of the womb to the time we're buried into the ground, take our last breath. And we need to listen to those that are our elders or older. And we don't. Sometimes. When we're a teenager, we really don't listen. Wisdom doesn't come easy. You know, my father used to say, the only true mistakes we make are the ones we never learn from. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I think we all have. And hopefully we've grown from it and learned from it and matured from it. My dad tried to pass down wisdom to us boys. He did a pretty good job. I remember some of my fondest memories, other than fishing with my dad and him just spending time with us, coaching baseball. It was always about his boys. He always had time for us, up until the day he died. And then his grandchildren, they were important to him. But on Saturday mornings, most Saturday mornings, especially during the school year, my father would go and visit friends, or they'd come to the house and they'd have coffee and they'd sit for hours and just talk. And they would talk and talk and talk. My dad used to take me and my brother, my twin brother, when he wanted to go, but I wanted to go a lot. I always wanted to hang out with my dad. And I would sit and I would drink coffee with these men. And I would just sit and listen to them tell stories. Funny stories, sad stories, life stories. They would talk about what's going on with the world. They would talk politics. They would talk Bible. They would talk fishing. They would talk hunting. And until I got a little older, I never truly appreciated those moments, those precious few moments looking back on it. They were times for me to bond with my dad, but in his way, he was teaching me how to be a man, how to develop relationships with other men, integrity, compassion towards your fellow man, love towards your fellow man. Sorry, my son's alarm keeps going off. He's got to get up and go to work. I always enjoyed those times. And when my boys got older, I encouraged them to do the same. Come along with me. Hang out with me. Same thing with my daughters. And my one daughter, my oldest daughter, she does that a lot. She'd go with me a lot. She'd sit back and listen. And just learn and just listen. If you have kids, especially dads, if you have boys, I think one of the best things you can do for them is when you go hang out with your friends, not every time, on occasion, take your boy with you. Let him see what it's like to interact with other men. Let him learn. I learned from guys like Glenn, Dave, Norman, Paul, Donnie, Dan. And I can name all these guys my dad hung out with. Bob, Ron. It's like it was yesterday. Joe. Dave. I already said Dave. Tom. And it was cool, man. I got to spend some time with my dad. I appreciated it a lot. It meant a lot more to me than I think my dad ever realized. And I don't think I ever told him that. I try to do that with my kids. Even today, I want them to come hang out. and just sit and watch. Just hold their tongue. And just watch, you know. Learn. So I love hanging out with my brothers. We just have fun. Yeah, we jab at each other. Yeah, we disagree on some things. But we enjoy our time together. Men need that time together. They really need that time together. Male bonding. I think with social media today, it's a thing of the past. And that's sad. That's sad. You can gain a lot of wisdom from listening. Not just listening here and storing it here, but putting it here. You gain a lot of wisdom. A lot of wisdom. I enjoy getting together with a couple of guys, sitting around just listening. Or just one man. George Bruno and I. What you saw in that video is just a portion of our time together in discussion. And I learned a lot of things from him. And I can learn to appreciate a person better when I spend time with them. Face to face, one on one. A lot can be done. Not everybody gains wisdom. Some people remain fools. The good book says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask. Some preachers would tell you he's talking about spiritual things. No, I think he's talking about wisdom in general. I think that's what God's trying to tell us. All we gotta do is ask him. He'll give us wisdom. I'm a God-fearing man. I don't apologize for it. Some of you on here may not like that, and that's okay. And I respect you. But that's where I find my comfort. That's where I find my strength. You might find it somewhere else. This is relaxing. But it's not where I find comfort. Not where I find peace. Some advice. I've been married a few times. Sorry, get some ashes on me. Been married a few times. They ended in divorce. Not what I wanted. I got a great wife now. Don't know what I'd do without her. I'll tell you that, man. I love her dearly. She's an incredible woman. Smart, too. Has 3 degrees. I'm working on my associates. What's some advice for you, fellas? Young, my age, older. If you're looking for happiness to come from someone else, I can promise you this, you're going to be disappointed every time. My joy Joy is an unwavering constant. Happiness is a different thing. My joy comes from God above. My wife makes me happy. And if she were here, she'd sit here and tell you the same thing. My wife completes me and fills the void in many ways. She makes me happy. She's not the reason for my happiness. People will let you down, even those that you're closest to, probably more so than everybody else, because it hurts more when it happens. And that's where unconditional love comes in. There's days my wife doesn't like me. There's days I don't like her. But I always love her. I know she loves me. Don't look for happiness in a person, in your spouse, significant other, whatever you want to call it. If you're looking for happiness, trying to find it in someone, you're going to be disappointed. You're never going to find it. You're going to keep searching. Believe me, I know. I tried. My wife and I have been together 11 years. We've been married 7 at the end of October. I was single for a long time. Dated a lot of women. Looked for happiness in a lot of women. It only came when I finally decided I needed to deal with me. I needed me. I needed to work on me. And then wasn't even looking, wasn't in a relationship. And my wife came along. Met her. And I knew shortly after I met her, I knew she was the one. But I took my time. If you're separated, and it don't look like it's going to work out, you can't force somebody to love you. You can't force somebody to stay. Take that time. Work on yourself while you're separated. If you're divorced, and I'm talking fairly recent, a couple others I think would agree with me on here. Take some time for yourself. Don't rush back into a relationship. That's what I counsel guys. I counsel some guys that I know that recently, one of them paid attention, one of them listened, and didn't go jumping into a relationship. The other one jumped in right away, crashed and burned. Wasn't even divorced yet. And I know you get lonely, you want companionship, but listen, man, you gotta be comfortable with yourself first. You gotta be complete with yourself, because you're not gonna find anybody's gonna fill that void completely. Nobody. For me, it's God above, Jesus Christ, fills that void completely. But then again, I'm not going to preach. Because I don't want to turn anybody off. And if you're not a faith person and you don't have a faith of some sort, be it Jewish, Orthodox, atheist, agnostic, that's fine. Hey, man, we can all get along. I don't care. I don't care what you believe. If you find comfort in it and it works for you, okay, it works for you. But yeah, wisdom comes with age. For most people, some people, unfortunately, they're fools all their lives, and it's sad. It's sad. I don't know how I got off on that subject, but I got done work early today. Didn't do any videos earlier today because I just was busy. Didn't have time. It was a long morning. Got off early this morning down to Virginia. Come back. Got home, I don't know, about a half hour, 45 minutes ago. Thought I'd come out and make a video. Yep. That's about the gist of it with me, God and country. God, family, and country. I love this country. It's a beautiful country. It's a great country to live in. It's a great country to be born in. I thank God every day I was born in the United States of America. We're free to choose. We're free to speak our minds. We're free to practice our faith, our religion, or no religion at all in this country without the fear of being persecuted. And that's a good thing. And there's other countries now that you can do that. There's some countries you can't do that. Like I said before, I don't care what your economic status is. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care if you're Muslim, Jewish. I don't care. I don't care if you're from Russia. Well, it doesn't matter to me. It's a character. It's your character that binds mankind. Mankind is brought together. We're all part of the same human race. And we need to get along. We need to have dialogue. It's okay to have differences of opinion. Take the time to listen. If you don't agree with someone, take the time to listen. You want to gain some wisdom? Sit down with someone you disagree with. There's some wisdom to be had in that. Well, I've taken up enough of your time. I'm just going to sit out here, enjoy this fall day, read a little bit, smoke a little bit. I'll be back on after dinner. Wife's away for the week. Got a conference out in Colorado for work. So I'm fending for myself. You know what that means. I can leave the toilet seat up anytime I want. The sad part is I probably won't because I'm used to putting it down. Not because she'll nag, out of respect. That's a good habit to get into anyway. When you live with someone and you're so close to someone day in and day out, you learn to meet their needs or try to meet their needs as best you can over your own. That's love. That's wisdom. And if you're a married man, you'd be wise to meet your wife's needs. Happy wife, happy life, huh? That's the way it works. Anyhow, folks, enjoyed this time with you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Please, if you know someone that might be helped with this channel and might like viewing this channel, and point them this way to the Bearded Welshman. Hit like, share your comments. I love to. I read every comment. I promise you, I read every comment, good or bad. I read them. And I try to respond to them. I either hit the heart, or I'll make a comment back, or I'll hit the thumbs up. Because I read every one of them. It's important. Anyhow, y'all have a good afternoon. I'll see you tonight after dinner for some coffee, for some pipe, for some good conversation. Light them up, everybody.